In this video, I want to go over how we have our pixel set up across all of our funnels and how we store our contact data within our CRM using the pixel data and also automation to make it possible, and how we're sending it back to Meta as well. And then I want to go over each and every single funnel in depth for our lead generation business to get clients. Now, for the pixel data and structure, you have your browser events and then you have your server-side events, and these are both being sent back to each and every single pixels, whether it's Meta or Google. And in this video, I'm just going to be going over Meta, and in another video, I'll go over Google, and in another video, I'll also go over how we have our CRM set up with the custom fields as well. But first, I want to explain why we're sending back both and not just one, and which one's better, etc. So Facebook likes browser and over server events because Facebook can see the person taking action on the browser. So if you have it set up just normally with the standard events, then that's fine, right? But if you want to get more advanced and send more data back to Facebook, which is what we're doing, you can send back server-side events along with that, so that Facebook will see the person taking action with their eyes on the browser, and then they'll also see the data that you're sending back. And if they're both matching, this gives better incentives for Facebook, and it also probably helps with their AI doing the targeting, different things like that. So we're just trying to optimize the results and data that we're sending to the pixel, because if we can have really, really good data within our pixel, then we can lower our costs per acquisition, cost per lead, all this stuff, right? And it really just improves everything within your advertising in alignment with the data that you have, alignment with like the KPIs and tracking, but most importantly, the CRM and the contacts that you're getting in, which I'll go over right now. So this is the funnel that we're testing right now, these two. And the reason why we're doing Instant Form, a lot of people say yes and no on Instant Form, but for some industries, it does work better because it's way faster. It's for like, it depends on the demographic, but some of the industries that we're targeting, they're used to just staying within Facebook, so that they'll answer a couple of questions really quick, and then get transferred to the contact information page. And some people mess up where they just use the regular one, but you want to put like work email so that they actually have to type their email and it's not just old data, so that it's pretty good lead quality. Obviously, it's lower lead quality going through Instant Form, but it is better if you set it up correctly. And then Facebook naturally pings this as a lead within their standard events. And then once they get pinged as a lead and complete the Instant Form, they get routed to a Calendly, a booking page, which they're also tagged lead when they land on the page, when they view the page. And then it goes to the schedule page. It pings them as a schedule when they land on the confirmation page after booking. And then regarding whether they closed or not, we will then trigger purchase. And this is on a welcomes terms page, and this is on click. So on this page, there's a button, and then they click it, and then it triggers the browser and server event through automation and through the custom API that we have set up, the conversion API. Okay. And the reason why this matters is because the person is taking action on the browser, clicking the button, right? So for the browser event, Facebook can see this, and then we're sending back custom data that we've gotten through our CRM. So basically, we've set up a custom link, which I'll explain down here, that creates this for the welcomes terms page, right? Once we mark this as deal one, and this has the contact data that we're sending back to Facebook, like their email, the amount, the deal, all this stuff, so that we can give Facebook even more context on the lead to go target more of the people that have purchased from us. Okay. So not only is it seeing that the action, but it's also getting more data from us, and it's both in alignment, which is very good for Facebook to see. And that's how you can get really good Facebook data to optimize the results, right? And this is custom sent through N8N. You can do it through Zapier. You can do it through a custom solution. You could do it through Hyros. You could do it however you want, that's just how we have it set up because we have kind of our onboarding flow within our CRM. So next, we have our direct application, and this is just a page with a type form on it, headline. There's no VSL, it's just straight application. Go through the questions. Then they get DQ'd based on MRR, and it depends on the industry, so we don't have a set number. And then they get tagged lead on this booking page when they go through. And also, type form like pings them as well when it gets submitted. And then once they book, we then ping schedule when they go to the confirmation page. And then if they're DQ'd, we don't do anything with the pixel, right? So then we have the sales call, like I was just explaining earlier, the same thing happens there, and then the same thing happens there as well, right? So now we have the opt-in VSL funnel. We're testing 2 variants, and this is just the regular funnel where it's opt-in, VSL, book, success, right? Thank you page. So it's really 4-step-ish, right? So then we have the opt-in, and that's with the headline, get more information, get access, okay? Go to the VSL. Then they're tagged the lead when they opt in. We get their information on both server and browser. Then on this page, there's a button, and they click it, and then the application pops up. And then, of course, the same thing there. And then from there, they go to the booking page, and this means that they did submit the application here. So then we trigger this event through server and browser. And then when they book, we trigger schedule through browser and server, right? And then same thing happens with that I explained earlier with kind of the contract one. And of course, it's marked in the CRM and different things like that. Now for low ticket, we don't have one currently running, and whenever we do, I'll make a video on it. But just not something I need to be focusing on right now. But I definitely want to explain it for people that want to run a low ticket. It would be different, and you would use certain events like this for your low ticket product because technically it's a digital product, and this is what a lot of e-commerce and different things use to get really, really good pixel data. And this is all on browser. This is all standard events. So it's really good if you are running a low ticket for that pixel. And the reason why is because you can have all of this already on Facebook, and they can see the complete registration. They can see the like every step of the funnels in Facebook, which is really good for the data. So this doc you guys can get in the description down below. And this pretty much just goes over every single thing in depth that I would say it's better to read all this stuff and look at the documentation by Facebook if you don't understand it, and how the server-side events work, how you can send back this data, how you can hash the data, because you do have to hash it, which is why we use N8N. I can do a whole nother video on sending it back. Just let me know if you guys want that in the comments. And yeah, there's just different things that you need to do to send back correct data. But like I was saying earlier, we have custom parameters made by the CRM to make that custom link so that it's basically a UTM link that they're clicking on within the onboarding email, and then they can that allows us to collect their information within the click and then send it back to Facebook through N8N conversion API, so that Facebook sees even more data on the person that has purchased, and then Facebook will collect that and say, okay, we see this guy's browser, Facebook, and then we see the data from us, and it goes and optimizes for the most optimal person that we want for our pixel to go after. So it's really important, and I hope this was pretty good for you guys to understand everything. And if you'd want this doc, I'll link it in the description on how to get it. And let me know any other things you guys like to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one.